Hello, everyone, and welcome to another stream, which is essentially the book's launch. So I welcome everyone. We're going to go through the book, the platform, and we are also going to look into a couple of other things as well. Junit says, I have a question related to a project I'm currently working on. May I have a moment with you so I can ask a few things in chat or by talking? Sure. I think I'm going to bring you on stream. I'll share the link in the chat so you can then join. But definitely, we're just going to go through the book's launch, and then we'll take it from there. I'll also share a few things about the first few giveaways as well. So give me 1 second. I can bring all the things in front. And there we go. Yes, there we go. How is everyone doing, by the way? How is your weekend going? Are you coding? Are you working on something? What's happening? I'm going to try to find quickly all other things as well. Hello, SN, Ash SN0 and others as well. Okay. Sorry, folks, give me 1 second. I need to set this up really quick. Download this guy. This has taken actually more time than I thought. And the reason for that is because I wanted this to provide so much value than it was already. So I think now I'm at a point where the fourth book that I'm publishing, inshallah today, it's going to provide value that is going to be useful for everyone, inshallah. All right, so are we ready for the fourth book's launch? Ankeladu speaks as gloomy here in London. Nice. It's a lot darker here as well in Sweden, in Stockholm. I'm looking at everything at the same time right now. So let me see if I can listen in there as well. Hello, can you not hear me or what was happening? Can you hear me on Discord or no? Good. I'm actually I was trying to share my screen and live stream on Discord as well. But I think if you want to see the stream itself, you would have to go to YouTube, and I did not want to do that. So let me try this for the Discord community. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to switch to my laptop. Now let me know if you can see if you can hear me correctly. Still, so I'm here from my laptop, and I was trying to show the live stream so you can also hear that as well. But the thing is, if you hear me twice, that's not fun. So yeah, I would rather maybe suggest you to go to the live stream instead. I'm not sure. This is the first time I'm trying to do that as well. But let's keep it like this. So you should be able to hear me, and you should also be able to hear maybe I'm thinking. I'm thinking what can I do for the people in Discord. I think I have an idea. Let's see if this works. People in the Discord chat. I'm gonna share my screen, and you will have to let me know. You will have to let me know if you hear me well. Okay. I'm not going to be able to hear you, by the way, anyone on Discord. So you have to just type or chat. So let me know if you can see my um, if you can see my screen. Do you see my camera on my stream on Discord? Okay. Good. Good. Now I'm going to share a link in the Discord chat. So if you want to join the stream, and I can bring you on stage as well, so we can enjoy the launch together. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna share the invite link with you. I'm sharing this in the Discord chat. Okay. So you can click this, and you can come on stage as well as we go through the launch. All right. This is good, and we are going to now talk about the launch of the book itself. Okay, are we ready? Let's do this. Wakaril says everything fine here on Facebook. Thank you for confirming, Wakar. So nice of you. Chai and Tech01 says your content is amazing. Your username is amazing. Thank you. Very nice. Okay. So let's do this. I'm gonna actually mute myself on Discord. On Discord, can you confirm you can still hear me because of the screen sharing? Can you still hear me? Yes or no? Good. Okay, then okay. Then you shouldn't be able to hear double sounds. All right. So folks, here we go. First of all, I'm really glad that this is happening. This is something I've been working on for almost a year now. It started with a YouTube course which was in Urdu. I'm really thankful to Maham, who works with me at the Code with Ahsan community, because she helped me with the initial diagrams, translating the content from there, the initial structure. And then also, I would love to thank Asadullah Khalid, who also works at Mercedes-Benz IO. So he has been reviewing the book's content, so the first 3 chapters, and he gave really good feedback. But yeah, it has been a long journey, and I'm excited to show you what I've built and how it's going to help developers, especially someone who's new to the area. So here we go. So this is the platform, everyone. This is what I've built, and this is what I'm super excited about. It's called 002 website. I'm going to quickly move this maybe on the other side and see if it still lets me do this. So this is a platform which is for beginners. If you are a developer who already has an experience with web development, you know, React, Angular, TypeScript. This is not for you. This is for people who are switching their careers, who are starting to learn web development, and the likes of it. So that is the whole concept. Now, what is this? It's a platform that makes you think and does not give you answers when it comes to web development. This is a companion app for this thing. This is my fourth book, Zero to Website. You can see it on the screen. You can also scan if you want to do so. But I think the book is not the main thing, in my personal humble opinion. What's the main thing is the platform itself. So if I go to the book, this is what the book looks like. So this is my fourth book, Alhamdulillah. And what this contains is a bunch of things. You start with absolute zero experience. You get to know the editors, you get to know what HTML is, you get to know the tags, attributes, classes. Then you go into JavaScript when it comes to the concept. And yes, AI can let you code, but it will not help you understand what's the core concepts behind, and if it's writing the right code or not. And what happens if you want to change a button or change some styles, right? If I'm asking the AI to change the color of this slider from blue to red, and I'm using Claude's Opus 4 model, and I'm also trying to use, I don't know, you can think of the expensive models out there. Then it's like me asking, I don't know, Jeff Bezos to just transfer my letter from my room to the other room. It's not worth it. It's not worth using your token. So you're essentially losing a lot of uh, context there, a lot of tokens there. But one has to know the core concepts nonetheless. So in this book, we are covering a lot of things. As I mentioned before, we're going to talk about HTML5, CSS, JavaScript fundamentals, what those are. And this is a curated content from my course. And this is obviously, this contains 12, 13, 14 years of experience, hands-on experience, and a lot of learning from it as well. But as I mentioned, the book is not as important as the platform itself. The book is what will teach you a lot of things. The platform is what will grow you as a developer, and we're going to go into this a bit. And thank you for the likes and the shares, everyone who's doing it. I highly appreciate it. So so once you know the core concepts, it's very easy for you to look into the output of AI, evaluate it, validate it, because that's the next era. We are having all these tools which can generate code, but now the question is becoming, is it generating the right code? How do we evaluate it? And Google, other companies are working on tools that can validate AI generated code. But can you, as a developer, validate it or not? Is the question. Yes, it's going to save time when we have those tools, but what if you don't have them? What if your company doesn't allow them, or what happens? So for junior developers, I think it's quite valid to go with learning these concepts. I wouldn't say they have to know every single function of what JavaScript does, or a TypeScript function, or arrays, or list. They probably don't have to memorize all the syntax, but they would actually have to write at least one time something with that, a program, create a project, a very small project with that. And that is what's going to essentially help you learn. So what I've tried to do this time, instead of just publishing a book, is giving this platform which comes with the book as well. When you buy the book, you automatically get access to the platform as a reader. And if you don't have a book as well, this platform is still for you. So your platform helps you learn even if you're not a reader. For example, it's very easy to just go in there and sign up. So I'm going to quickly show you what it looks like. So I'm going to quickly go ahead and sign in with my user. And right now I don't have access, for example, here for the book, or I'm not a reader in this case. But I'm going to show you what it looks like, and how to operate with that. And I'm running a lot of things on my server, so it might be a bit slow because I'm recording, I'm streaming. So we'll see how Chrome behaves with this. But having said that, if you get the book itself, and here you have a slider, but here you can see the minimum price is $90. But I'm also giving some of these away. So hold on until the end, and hopefully you can participate in the giveaways as well. So let's see. I can double check if this was the tab or it was the other one. I'm going to quickly check if it's my internet or something is going on there. Okay. I can see a lot of things happening in the app itself. Okay. So let's go there. So when I'm not a reader in this platform, or what we call a legend, I'm going to talk about the legend as well later on. When I'm here, I have the possibility of attempting chapters or challenges of the chapters, or I can create my own project. For example, I created a project here that's the rock paper scissors. I'm going to see which one is that. I think it's probably this one. So when you create projects in here, you can display them and you can add them to your portfolio as well. For example, this is the classic rock paper scissors game. So here I could pick paper and I can see, okay, did I lose or not? I could pick scissors. Okay, this time I win, so I picked scissor, the computer picked paper, as you can see, and then obviously I lost in there. But this is just the display. What you could also do is that you can create projects right here in the software, and in here you can see all the files. So we have the SVGs, we have the index.html, we have the CSS file, we have the JavaScript file. I could work basically with all of them. If you're working on something and you're making mistakes, you can get the feedback right here as well, automatically. And then also, you can edit and see your feedback right away. If you wanted to share this project, you can make this public, and it starts showing on your portfolio as well. And all of your progress with these projects are saved right in the system itself. And at any point, if you wanted to get a code review, you can just click this. And obviously, we have different sort of quotas for how many code reviews you can get or how many AI hints you can get when it comes to your projects. But you can get a complete evaluation of your project, the code, etc. It's a really powerful tool. So here you can see we got the whole code review on this one. What we did well, what do we have suggestions? For example, not just learning the basics of HTML, JavaScript, and CSS, but is your code standardized with accessibility practices? Do you have a title tag in there? Do you have a head tag in there, for example? What are you doing in your get computed choice function, for example? So here are not only just what you're coding and based on that, but also what you can improve as well. So it's a really good platform when you're essentially learning from it. So these are my projects that I've created, for example, and I can mark them as add to portfolio, and I can see them on my portfolio. Similarly, I think this is the other one that we have, or was this the one I clicked? No, this was the one that I clicked before. Let's go back. This is the other one, which is, I think, a simple hello world, right? So if you wanted, you could also upload a thumbnail here instead of showing this iframe, but essentially all your projects are shown like this. Now let's look at the profile in here. When I'm a reader, this is how it looks. And as you are attempting those challenges every single day, you are going to get all these badges and streaks. So there's a lot of gamification in there, which keeps you motivated, which keeps you working on these challenges as well. So if I wanted to go to my portfolio, this is how it would look. So I'm going to show you my profile. So this is, for example, my profile right now. This needs to be fixed, of course. But in here, I could go to my portfolio and I can see all my projects here. You can drag and drop them, if however you want to align them. And this is a public profile, so I could essentially open this here. You can see I'm not logged in, but I can essentially see my projects here. So you don't even have to have like a portfolio website. You can show all your projects right here, and people can see those. People can even evaluate. All of those things are here, right? So your portfolio essentially is within the app itself. And now I'm going to show you so how we already looked into how you can create your own projects. So you can create your own projects. You can start a new project. You can essentially go ahead and sorry, I'm going to remove this. So in here, I could create my projects. However, if I wanted to go beyond that and practice, let's say, some of the chapters, this is what we have. I could start with the first chapter, let's say, and these are all the challenges from my book. So my book has 7 different chapters, and we're going to have a look at the book itself. But we have about 7 different chapters, and every chapter has some challenges. I'm going to look at some of the messages that are coming in. So Mohammed Imran says, you always share many links to different courses. I would be very thankful if you could share a course that shows the complete pathway of data science. If you want to look into data science, I think the best thing that you can do is go to roadmap.sh and here try to look for data science. Here you can see data engineer, AI, and data scientist, right? So here you have the whole path. I recommend this source to like almost everyone who asks questions. So here you have the whole thing, what you should learn, which are the courses. For example, this is a course. Now they're giving you links as well. So go to roadmap.sh and try it right here. Harry22 says, should new student of CS follow this? Yes. If you're absolutely new to web development, yes, then you should follow the Zero to Website platform. And if you're interested in actually learning in a in a pragmatic way, then of course get the book as well. Siago says, nice. Misbah Ish says, CFBR. Thank you so much. Vijay says, I think you have to publish your FB love in advance so we can make the plan. I don't know what that means by FB love, but anyways, but let me know what you mean by that. But I was talking about the first challenge, for example, from the book. If I went here and went to my first page here, you have challenges that you have to do, and you can get hints based on what you have done so far. For example, in here, if the challenge was to create a heading that says "Hello World," and I'm gonna see if I can make myself a bit smaller. Let's see. I'm gonna try to click this guy and move myself towards here, make the size a bit smaller as well, and then this guy can have 100% off. Yeah, this looks much nicer. So in here, I have some challenges to do, right? So what I could do is, it says create a simple HTML page with a heading that says hello world and a paragraph introducing yourself. So here I've only written hello world, and as I said before, this is for absolute beginners. So if I just go with hello world right here, that means that it's not complete. I could either submit my answer to get an evaluation, or I could get a hint. What I've done with this platform is that you're not supposed to get the right answers out of the box. You're not supposed to get the solution. That's what stops our thinking, our learning. We don't get the answers because that's sort of cheating. The AI embedded in the system makes you think. We're calling it Socratic or guided AI. So in here, when I get the hint, I don't get the actual answer. It essentially lets me think. So I'm gonna change some things in my system so I get unlimited access. So give me 1 second. Ta-ta-ra-ta-ra. Let's see. And let's see if I am missing anything there. Okay, I think I should be good. So let's see. So in here, let's try to get a hint. Am I missing something? Did I make someone else? No. Show on the wall. That should be true. And let's see. So we do have the hints as well. And let's see. And I'm going to double check if it shows me in the right manner. Yes, it does. So we go back to chapters. And unless there's a bug that I've introduced today, it should be fine. It could be that I introduced a bug. Yeah, it seems like it. Okay. But why do we have a maximum hint? Okay, let's see. So this definitely has to be the last change I did. Anyways, I'm gonna show it off in just a bit and make it show in all true as well. Let's see if I can figure out why that is. Max. Okay, so while we look into that as well, I'm gonna also show you one more thing, and that is the leaderboard as well. So once you have people actually solving the problems, they can also see themselves right here on a weekly basis. So if you have uh, if you are solving those problems, if you're getting those badges, then you get to see yourself here as well in a bronze, silver, gold, platinum, or diamond as well. So it's a very nice gamification right here. And what I've also done is that we have a Discord channel or a group of channel right here in the community where you will be getting all the support as well, which is zero to website support. We have the Legends Lounge here as well. We have the Boost here as well. So I'm going to be announcing some giveaways in just a minute. So let's quickly have a look at that, and I can check that in just a bit. So Mohammed Imran says, thanks for giving the pathway of data science. No problem at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly share with everyone right now um, the link to join and also about the giveaways that we have. So let me quickly copy this. There we go. That's that one. So let me quickly copy paste this. And there we go. Let's see. I'm going to share my screen again. So we are going to quickly announce this on our Discord community. And I'm going to make some final adjustments as well. And here is the announcement channel. And I'm going to double check if anything was missing. There we go. Good. So we have it right here. And now I'll talk about what this is. Okay, there we go. So let's quickly send this now. Good, good, good. And if you want to look into this, I'm going to share the link to the Discord channel. If you want to participate in the giveaway, you can see the link right here on the screen as well. But if you wanted to join the Discord community and see the channel, it's going to be codewithahsan.dev/discord. Muhammad Ali Babakhail says, any discount for Pakistani students on Zero to website? I have a discount for about 50 slots for this, and I'm going to talk about what that is. I'm going to actually show you what that is. So, for example, for some, we have a few tiers. I'm going to talk about that. And here you can see. So, in here, we have 3 different tiers. If you're joining for free, you still get to look into some challenges. You have a code editor that you can live preview. You can get about 10 hints, AI hints per day as well. And this is for free, of course. And you have some badges and streaks as well. If you get the book, then you get all the 10 chapters. You get all the challenges. You also get 50 AI hints per day. You have 3 portfolio projects. You have custom file uploads as well. For example, if you wanted to upload your own CSS, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and then show in the portfolio, you can do it there as well. And you also get a completion certificate once you are done with all the challenges. And you also get a streak freeze. For example, if you miss a day, then you don't lose your progress. You get to start it again. And then this is a tier for the people who are supporting the book and the work, etc. So that means you essentially have unlimited everything apart from the portfolio project. So it's 10 projects, but you have unlimited AI hints, so to say. What I'm doing right now is that I'm giving this particular tier, the $49 tier, for free for the community, especially if you're from Pakistan or India, essentially. So this one is going to be free for a month, so you can try the platform out. You can attempt all the challenges, use AI, do all of that, and that's going to be for 1 month. So what you have to do is essentially just follow this whole thing here. So we do have this right here, which is, if you, and I can also maybe edit this away as well a bit. So this one is supposed to be in, or posted in, this channel. I would say this is actually going to be Z2W boost. Let's see if this picks it up. Yeah. So if you want to claim the free spot, then this is what you have to do. Essentially, you're going to share the post, or you can just share the book on your X or Twitter or LinkedIn profile. You have to take a screenshot and post it right here in the Z2W post. And either me or Maham, we can get back to you and get in touch with you with a DM of how do you get the founders access, so to say. So I'm going to quickly show you what is the difference between that and the normal legend. So in here, if I go right here, you can see that this is the legend here, right? And it says here you are a legend. So what that means is that whenever you are sharing your progress to someone, you can share here that your status is a legend, which means you're supporting the community, you're supporting the channel and the book as well. But if you are one of the few hundred people, or the first 100 people who will get this for free for a month, then you also get another badge, that is this founding legend, so to say. So if you're interested in getting that, then yes, join the Discord, try out this, post it, share the picture in Z2W Boost, and we'll be picking, of course, on a first come first serve basis. So whoever is posting first essentially gets the slot. So we are opening the first 50 spots, which is going to be for this book. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Get status. Okay. Okay, good. Any other questions that I can answer? Oh, I also wanted to show you the book as well. So if you are, let's say, a legend, that you also have the possibility to just download the book from right here. So if you're a founding legend or a legend, you can download the book from here. Why is it not available? Because I did not upload it last time. Okay, let me then download it from here so I can at least show it to you. Let's see, and we go to published and here, and let's quickly see an example of the PDF itself. So we open it, and this is what the book looks like. So this is sort of the PDF of the book itself. You can see all the information here, but essentially where it gets started is where you start learning HTML. So we are going to go through what is the ecosystem of HTML, JavaScript, and CSS, in short, web development. Then you start with just an idea of what does the front end ecosystem looks like, which is this one: HTML, CSS, JavaScript. You have TypeScript, Vue, Jest, etc. So it introduces you to these terms. What is the role of the web developer, and then which kind of tools are we going to use within this whole book? So we are using Google's anti-gravity that I'm recommending to use because I use it as my main editor now, apart from NeoVim. So you install it, you get some assistance as well, and all of those things are essentially mentioned here. But then afterwards, you start with the HTML5 course. You go through whole HTML5, then you go through the whole CSS. I'm gonna show it to you as well. So for example, this is still HTML5 entities, table, etc., etc., etc. And then we go with the CSS. So one of the nicest things about this book is that after learning the concepts from diagrams, from text, you also get to see what kind of output it should look like. For example, here it should be looking like this once you have your CSS implemented. Then we also go towards, I want to go towards the, I would say, the fun part, which is when JavaScript kicks in. But essentially, you can see we look into how you can do runtime styling within the browser, for example. How do you go ahead and apply the box model? Uh, what is margin? What is padding? All those kind of things. And I remember when I was starting out, I think CSS was my biggest fear, and the only way I could get around that was, yeah, actually practicing CSS. So once you practice CSS, it becomes like a natural thing. Anyways, so here is the CSS box model. You have the margin, border, padding, and then actual content, which could be text, images, media, etc. I also want to show you the JavaScript side of it, which I like quite a lot. Where is it? From styling purposes, blah blah blah. There are also activities in the book as well, which I will show in just a bit. So yes, now we are on the advanced CSS part. For example, how does flex work? What is flex wrap? What does the behavior look like? And of course, we took a lot of time to generate these diagrams, so the concepts are even clearer. And here's the activity, for example. So if you wanted to implement a responsive gallery using Flexbox, this is how it would look. How would you add your structure? How would you progress from one step to another one? And eventually have something like this, for example. So here we have a gallery grid. Then let's move forward. Da, 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 da. I'm going to go towards the JavaScript side. Yeah, we also cover CSS animations as well. For example, how does keyframe animations work in CSS? And let's see. Yeah. So now we are looking into the JavaScript side of things. Why do we use JavaScript? Where do we use them? And then how do we essentially assign a variable? For example, const is a keyword, greeting is the identifier or the variable name, so to say. Here you have equals, which is the operator, and then the value. Then we also have how do you declare a variable? How do you do not declare a variable? For example, var old styles equals to 5. We don't use that because it's deprecated. So all the modern practices that you can think of with JavaScript are essentially covered, and it's unlike the old sources that we still have on the internet. I want to find something that is we're looking at string indices, but let me also look into quickly the chapters and the challenge. Let's see. Start. I wanna Mhm. Let's see. For example, here, if I try to get a hint here, let's say create a header with nav containing 3 links. So let's actually create a nav header. I'm gonna just create the header right here and say test. And I want to see if this works. So here you can see we get a hint. Here, it's not going to give you an answer right away. It's going to make you think, like, I wonder how are you thinking about arranging different parts that help visitors move around your site, and especially how will you handle the individual clickable text pieces with the main introductory content wrapper. Now it will give you a basic answer, but then a bit more, and then a bit more. So it essentially gives you clearer answer if you ask for more hints, but it wouldn't directly give you an answer. For example, here, which element serves the purpose of holding a collection of navigation items? For example, here it's talking about the nav bar. What if you thought about what needs to be placed inside the main page section on lines? And here it also talks about which lines should I exactly be looking at. So here it's asking about what do I put here on line 10 to 12 to fulfill that purpose instead of just the test text. So it knows exactly the context of your whole code, and it knows exactly what to offer in that case. So I could submit my answer as well instead of getting a hint, and then I would get the whole evaluation of what is correct, what is not correct. So let's have a look at that as well. In the meantime, I'm looking at messages. Ahmed says, I'm watching from a mobile device. I can't leave online sessions and go to Discord right now. That's fine. But if you want to participate on the free giveaway, then you have to go to Discord. So here is the solution. Here it says it needs work. There's a feedback. It says you have made a fantastic start by setting up your basic HTML document. But what are the issues? The challenge requires nav inside the header. The nav element is specially designed for the navigation links, etc. And here it says you should wrap your navigation links inside a nav element, for example, right? Then we have not added the three links. So here it says there should be a header with a navigation menu containing three links: home, about, and contact. If that's there, then it should be good. And it also then finally encourages you like what you did well, which is amazing. Samir Faridi says, what about Indian students? Yeah, definitely. Whoever is in Discord, Pakistani, Indian, whoever, they can also participate. Mahesh Kumar says, do you think AI will replace software engineer? AI will not, but someone using AI will definitely do. So if you're not really equipping yourself with AI tools for learning, for I don't know, growing, I think that's going to be the case. Recording code with Ahsan. Okay, good. So this is sort of the AI hints part, and you can get this Socratic AI, which makes you think, or you could go ahead and just use the direct answers. So then you will reveal the answers right away, so you don't have to go through all of that. So I hope that makes sense. And for those of you who are just joining the stream, you can look at the link right here for the book. And this is the fourth book, as I mentioned. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. We talked about the legend status. We also talked about chapters. We talked about leaderboards as well. We talked about projects as well. So I can show all my projects right here. We talked about profile as well. So I can go to my profile. I can make my projects public. I can see my portfolio from there as well. For example, these are my projects that I have right now, but I can obviously add more as well. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So if you want to participate in the giveaway, I would say go to Discord, go to the channel Z2W announcements. And even if you're watching this video, I would say a day later, it's possible that we have still some slots available. So I can already see people are posting. You can see right here. So I'm going to be essentially looking at this post, and then we are going to pick the people who are getting the first access to the founding legends, so to say, which should look something like this, and your profile should show that. One thing that I also did not share is when you get those badges and when you get those streaks that you're attempting challenges every single day, you're able to share that as well with others. So for example, if I go to my, I think but I don't have a rank at the moment, but for example, if I go to leaderboard, I can see what my rank is. So there's no person who is attempting those challenges. So let's actually try to attempt one challenge. And as I said, this is just the launch, so I'm probably the first person to attempt a challenge in here, and maybe I'll be the first person to rank higher. So let's try a challenge here. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do a heading here, and here let's do the heading, and then the paragraph as well here. So let's do a hi, I am Ahsan. So when I do this and when I submit the answer, let's see what happens. How can I find your Discord server? Says M. Usaid. Go to codewithahsan.dev and you'll find the link there. For example, if you go to codewithahsan.dev, here you'll see Discord and click this, and then you'll see the invite. I'm going to close this for now. So here you can see I've submitted my solution, and here you can see that it says it's correct. So that means I have at least started my challenges, and I can see my progress at everywhere. If I go to the leaderboard here, and let's see here. So here you can see on a weekly basis, I am the person who is the leader. I'm gonna fix the image issue. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, it doesn't take much time to fix that. So here, here I am, and if I wanted to share my skills, I could go here and I could share this with someone else. For example, here, if I share this link with any friend, they can go to see my page, how many challenges I've completed, how many badges I have, what streak do I have. You can see I have a 1 day streak. So if I do this every single day, I get more streaks and I can share my streaks as well, right? So here, let's say if I go to my profile, once you have a streak, once you start attempting those challenges, you can also see and share those as well. Let's see. So here is my progress. So I can share my streak as well, which looks like this. I'm going to change my battery as well, my camera's battery. But you can share your streak among your friends, or share with others as well, or compete with others. And I think it works the best when you have friends working with you. Because I remember the first time I actually got a job, or my first job, was in 2013 in June. And I remember that I had the second, what was the other section, the section B. The section B had a lot of people who had their jobs, and I did not have a job, and a lot of people in my section did not have a job back then, and we were super afraid and super confused as well, because we were just about to be graduated from university. And I do remember that when that was happening, me and my friend, we started just studying books and books after books. So I think we finished 3 books of JavaScript from beginning to end, PDFs. And we went through like all exercises, we coded them, we would talk to each other, we would say, okay, how many chapters have you covered, how many chapters have I covered, etc., etc. So when that happened, that was actually the time when I actually learned quite a lot. So I'm gonna quickly share something. Website, AI platform. Someone is asking in the chat, what is the site? So this is the site. It's called Zero to Website. So yes, finishing books with a friend is something that actually helped me quite a lot when it comes to JavaScript, and I gained a lot of experience just by doing that. So if you're attempting these challenges with a friend, and you are in the Discord community, you are chatting with others, you're talking to each other, you're sharing your streaks, all of those things, because that's what my goal is. My goal is not to just give you a book so you can read, in a basement or just alone. I want you to work with others, so you're learning and growing as you're sharing your progress, because I think that's the key, and that has helped me quite a lot, to be honest. So let's have a look. Hadith says, name of the website. I gave you the name of the website. You had built this website, he's asking. Yes, I have built this website. So I hope that answers the questions. I'm going to share this again. So if anyone is interested in getting the book itself to read and then to practice with others, that's what you have to do. And if you want to get the free tier, or the giveaway, we have only 50 slots by default. So if you want to get a hand on the 50 slots, make sure to join the Discord community, and then follow the instructions in the channel that I shared. Fix, and I want to fix something really quick. So we'll see how that goes. But let's see. Okay, so let me quickly also move this around. I'm going to quickly see if we have. Okay, so we have a bunch of people already. I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 people out of 50 already have posted it, and I'm going to look at the day end or tomorrow, hopefully, inshallah, to see how many people are actually trying it out and have posted, so I can give them the founding legend status. And again, those of you who have joined just now, what we are talking about here is essentially this. Was it price or pricing? I think it was pricing rather. So here, if I go back to my profile and let's see. So what we are talking about here is we have three different possibilities on the channel. If you don't have the book, you can still go ahead and try it out. So the platform is available for everyone. If you have the book from LeanPub, you get a link in the book. When you follow this, you get the reader badge automatically. So the link is in the book itself, and you can buy the book, open the PDF, and then follow the instructions to get the book. And if you want this unlimited sort of tier where you have unlimited AI access, unlimited AI hints, unlimited or not unlimited, but 10 portfolio projects, etc., and the exclusive legend badge, then you can go through this one, or you can participate in the 50 free giveaways for this tier. So you essentially get unlimited for one whole month. Can you help me regarding different career field of CS? Like, I'm super confused right now in final of CS bachelor and can't decide which field to choose. Khalid Zaman. What options have you considered so far? Let's start with that. Says like in AI or data science. It depends on what you're more interested in. Usad says, I think your Discord is a little bit laggy. Talking about the stream. Uh-huh. It could be. If you go to YouTube or Instagram, I think that's a bit better. Um, Also, I don't know how to choose my interest. You don't choose your interest. You try to find what jobs are available in your city. You can go for the best skill in the market. I don't know what that would be, but you can learn the best skill. But if you don't have a job around in your city of that skill, I don't know why would you do that. So try to look into what kind of jobs are available in your city, what kind of companies are there, what they're working with. Are they software consultancy companies? Are they product based? And take out a profile of like 3 to 4 companies that you want to apply to. Look at what skills they require, usually in their job post, and then pick a career from there. So you can do that because you don't have to go for the best career path or best choice, etc., etc. I would say just start your career and then see what interests you. Because if you pick something that you find boring, like in a 6 months, then it's not good. Mohammed Saim Raza says unable to sign up with GitHub. Okay, that's something I can look into. No problem. Thank you for reporting. Try Google for now, and I can also fix it soon. That's also the benefit of getting the first 50 people in the community, because that helps me look into all these issues. But thank you for reporting. How to start Gen AI? I want to learn full stack AI. Those are two different things. Gen AI essentially is both a tool, but then also it's essentially using generative AI within your applications. So you use generative AI to write code. You also use generative AI to summarize information, to write emails, to create things as well, or generate things as well. But when you talk about full stack, that's a different thing. The full stack development is front end and back end and database and DevOps and deployment, all of those things. So it depends on, you start with one of those things. So you either pick Gen AI courses first, or you go with full stack development first, or you essentially you can maybe do both at the same time, but it's not. I don't think how it works. Focus on one thing at a time. Ta-ta-ra-ta-ra-ta-ra. Khalid Zaman says, like I live in abroad with my father and doing free bachelor, so confused that way. Here are many opportunities, but don't know how to choose. If you don't know how to choose, just pick one. It's not a big deal. You have, if you have five different opportunities of different sorts, that's really good. You can pick just one of those. The confusion usually comes from, okay, what do I pick, which is the best one, which gives them more money, what is the best company. So those are the kind of questions that you would have to look into. What is your priority? If you don't have any priorities, just pick one. You don't have to pick the best one in the first go. Assalamu alaikum, sir. Hope you're fine. I have already learned HTML, CSS, and JS. I was learning React, but because of the semester exam, I had to pause for like 3 weeks. Now I'm polishing the concept of JS again. Then we'll continue React. Now I'm moving to five. What was the fifth semester? What will be your advice going forward? Want to be able to land internship and job if possible. Jazakallah from Karachi. Barakallahu Feek. I would say look into React as in a whole. Learn the concepts like use effect, you know, the context API. How do you do state management? How do you make API calls? How to write scalable code with React? How to work with UI, how to work with Tailwind CSS, how to work with Vite, how do you deploy to GitHub pages. Like all those are going to be topics that you want to learn when it comes to React. If you're interested in running React in Urdu, and if you have not looked into this yet, I would highly recommend looking into this. I don't know what is the current price right now on Udemy, but this course right now, this is in Urdu. So Practical React Essentials on Udemy, I think we have more than 330 students from Pakistan and India who are learning. Of course, those people who understand Urdu Hindi. So I would say pick this course and try and see if you find it useful, because others have. I haven't seen any negative remarks so far. Khalid says, okay, sir, thank you. I will go in web development and see what various goes. Yeah, absolutely. We think too much before actually doing anything. That's our problem, and it comes from obviously a lot of people around us who sort of instill this fear that this would happen or that would happen, or what if this, what if that. I usually don't think about these hypotheticals too much. I just go and do the thing. All right. So let's see. I'm gonna quickly do one thing. I'm gonna quickly see something here if I am good. Aha, okay. I'm gonna try one thing actually. I'm gonna try to see, before I actually onboard anyone else, I want to see if I can download the book now, because previously I did not download the book. So let's see. There we go. So we do have the book being downloaded. So if you are a legend in the system, with the free giveaway as well, then you get to download the book right away. And then you don't have to go to LeanPub to do that, if that makes sense. Da-da-da-da-da. There we go. All right. Any questions about the book? I'm going to look at the folks at Instagram. What do you think about QA and pursuing as a SQA? How do you think? How do you think about to get into Pakistan market as an entry level? Look, the reality is that we have if you have, I don't know, 50 developers in a company, you would have, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 SQAs. I don't think it's going to be at even 50% of the developers that you have, right? Because in a team it's usually one QA, but in a team there could be 5 developers. So I would say maybe it's safe to say that you have like a 1 to 5 ratio when it comes to QAs versus developers. Is it safe? Depends. If you don't have many people in a company, then yeah, you can apply there. Aman Pinjari 999 says, I'm a fresher, but I don't know where to start and end semester started. Aman, I would say try to get the book. Start with web development and learn from good content. And if you have been following me already, you know what kind of content I create. If you don't know myself, then I can quickly say here it says something like a Google developers expert. That means that I'm acknowledged by Google in two categories, in AI and Angular. I've published 3 books. I don't know if you are able to see the books right there, but I've published 3 books. I've sold, I would say, more than 5,000 copies of my books. If you go to Amazon, search my name, Mohammad Hassan Ayaz, you'll find each of my book has at least 4.2 star rating on Amazon by I don't know how many people, and 4.2 stars out of 5. If you go to my Udemy course, you'll see the same thing. It's probably 4.1 or 4.2 out of 5. Star rating from more than 50 people. So that tells you the quality. I have libraries created. For example, my Angular library has 13 million installs on npm, which is the node package manager. I have all these credentials. I don't know what else you want me to say. I hate to talk about the things that I've done, but I think that helps you understand the kind of quality I'm bringing in this content. Hayat Niazi says, currently I'm working as a Monstack developer, sir. Now I want the in future learn DevOps. That's good or not? Because nowadays a lot of code are completed by Cursor or Claude. DevOps is the same. You have very few jobs of DevOps in a company. So you could have, I don't know, 100 people in a company, out of which there could be 70 or 60 developers. Let's say there are 60 developers. How many DevOps people would you have? I don't know, maybe 10, maybe 15. So the ratio is quite low, and it depends on how many people are doing DevOps. So there's a lot at stake there, so to say. Hayat says, now I'm confused. System designer best or DevOps in the future, or Mun stack developer? If you clear, tell us. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities still for full stack developers. Um, DevOps can pay good money, but you have to be really good at it. Like you have to prove yourself by doing certifications, maybe creating content, talking about it. So you have to struggle a bit more to get a job, because DevOps obviously, I would say, usually is a place that, what do you call it, that has more stakes. So, but yeah, I would say Munstack is an easy one. System design you need obviously for being a full stack developer or software architect, or even in DevOps as well. But it depends what you're going for. I hope that answers the question. Sneaka Holig, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to uh, I don't know how you let's see. Mm, I've never done that in this view. I do know a lot of people do it. Put live chat. There we go. But thank you for the super chat. I'm gonna try to find how to bring that on screen. I've seen a lot of people do that, but I have not seen that a lot. Mm-hmm. Pop out chat. Maybe it's this one. Channel activity. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna quickly see. Give me 1 second. Uh, So purchase. Aha. Okay. Okay. Interesting. I think when you do a super chat, you have to. Okay, I have to add like a, I don't know, a browser overlay or something. But thank you again. I don't know if I can bring that on screen. Walid says, Assalamu alaikum, Hassan bhai. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. How do you use to manage university along with this skill, sir? With skills? I don't know. I did not have a lot of other hobbies, so to say. But I think I think the pressure was good enough for me to try all of that. But yeah, obviously when I started, I wasn't as skilled. But then when I got the job, then I became a bit more skilled, so to say. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm looking at some questions as well. Harry was asking a question, but he's gone now. Good. Okay, Harry came on YouTube. Good. Good. Okay. Good, good, good. Khalid says, sir, what about CS student can have a part from web development like other field to pursue and research and also can some direct field to pursue without any interest? Like I have a 1 year remaining by bachelor. There's so many opportunities. You can join as a quality assurance engineer. You can learn web development skills. You can learn web design skills. You can become a scrum master. You can do your MBA, and find those kind of opportunities as well, like product owner, like business analyst. I don't know. There's so many things. A tester, an automation tester, a DevOps engineer. So there's so many things that you could do, if that makes sense. Also, I think it's going to be nice for the people who are joining and who are putting this right there, to share their feedback if they're finding any issues in the platform, and if they think something could change. For example, we have some limitations on the number of AI hints you can get, for example, or the number of projects that you can create, etc. So we want it to be nice for people, but we also want it to be sustainable and practical as well. But feel free to ask any questions in the meantime. There was one thing that I had. What was it? Was it this one? Showtime. Yes. So I'm going to also go ahead and try to. Where was my Telegram message? Oh, here it is. Let me see if I can find the LinkedIn one. Let's also post on LinkedIn in the meantime. Ta-ta-ra-ta-ra-ta-ra. Bird by OpenClaw, of course. Hmm. How can a person find interest at any field of CS, like method or anything to that person can say that I love this field? You don't have to love your field to do a job. A job is a job. Nobody, I think, loved to build these roads that we see, or these buildings. So you don't have to really love the job to do a job. What you can do is you can try out different fields, like try looking into business intelligence or business administration. You can also start looking into coding and see if you like it. You don't have to love your job. No, I don't believe that. But you could find it enjoyable, and if you do, then just continue learning. So try it out a few things. And I know some people who did not like programming at all, but they had financial concerns or obligations, and they then went into programming. So you don't have to love your job, so to say. So I'm going to quickly go ahead and share this thing there. And I'm thinking if I should also go ahead with this right here. Khalid says, thanks, sir, for clearing my confusion. No problem at all. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and see if I can go here, adding the structure. And I'm thinking if I can go ahead with showing something else. I may actually have to delete my own account so I don't so I don't go in that route. But let's see. Continue anyways. I'm gonna go to Flexbox. So we have card grid layout, centering with Flexbox. So here we have some cards, and here it says cards should wrap uh, 2 new rows and have equal width 3 per row on desktop. Uh, let's see. Okay, let's try. So we do have a card here, and here we have this. Um, so if I go ahead and do display flex, so we have this. Then we say width 100%. If we say card width is supposed to be width 33% or 33.33%. So we got this. And then we do a flex wrap. Am I missing something? So we got a display flex. I could remove the width. That doesn't really change anything. But we do have a card, and we have set this right here. And it should actually wrap. Let's see. Let's actually get a hint and see what happens. Best view stream? No. Don't want it. I hate the Twitch bots. Sir, I'm undergraduate, finish learning React. What should I learn next? Nowadays, learning more technologies looks like a waste because of AI. What to do? Finish learning React. Okay, let's do this test. Tell me what you know about React. Like, comment all the things that you know about React in a single message. And let's take it from there. I'm curious about how the property that controls whether items to move to a new line usually interacts with the element that contains all of them. Where do you think that wrapping instruction typically belongs? Oh. So you think the problem is? The problem was probably this. So you see, this is what I'm talking about. It makes you think with 100%. But I would have to actually go beyond this, or maybe, I don't know, if I go with 33%. But then we also have to take care of all of this. I think the problem could also be that we have box sizing, border box. If we do this, I want to see what's wrong now. I'm going to get another hint. Let's see. And by the way, for those of you who are just joining, this is the book, and it comes with the platform. Let's zoom in on the styling for each individual element within the main container. How does the instruction controlling its overall size combine with the instruction for the space outside of it? That's what I was thinking. So we have the padding, etc., which is a problem at the moment. I wonder if these two instructions might be making it tricky for the exact three elements to sit one line. So you're figuring out the layout puzzles. Concept, review the box model script, right? So we do have all of that. I think the problem could be so if we do this, it essentially, the thing is we have the margin, the 0.5 RAM. If we remove the margin, then we get like this. So this is what we want. But I don't know if this if we should be removing it. Okay, I wanna get a direct answer. Let's see. So get another hint. Oh, sorry, I can't get a direct answer. I have to actually submit the answer. So let's see. I'm gonna try to see what this suggests. Does it suggest removing the padding? Removing the margin or something else? We'll see. So it's almost here. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so your cards are currently wrapping to a new line too early because of the fixed margin on each card is added to its width 33, right? Each card taking more space. Again, if I remove the margin, it's fine. But the thing is, we can use okay, of course. So instead of using the margin, which is 0.5 REM, we could essentially go here and we can say gap is going to be 0.5 REM. But then but the 0.5 is actually twice of it. So maybe we need a 0.25. Yeah, that's what we wanted. So this is perhaps better. So here it says, first remove the margin 0.5 REM from your card rule. Next, in your card container rule, add gap 1 REM. Why does it say 1 REM? This creates a 1 REM space between your cards horizontally and vertically. Then for each card, replace width 33 with the flex basis. Aha! Okay, interesting. Interesting. So my flex, it seems like it's not that good. So we remove this gap. We make it 1 REM. Okay. Then it says create a RAM space between your cards horizontally and vertically. That's good. Then for each card, replace with 33, which is this one actually, with flex basis calculation. So here we go with flex basis, and here we do a calculation of 100% minus 2 into 1 REM. And let's see, there has to be this right here into 3. No, divided by 3, sorry. Oh, look at this. Isn't this beautiful? The function precisely divides the available space among 3 cards, accounting for the gaps between them. It's a powerful way for handling dynamic widths in Flexbox. Hey! So in here, if I remove this guy, it looks like this. If I put it like this, then we have the right values coming out here. So what you did well, corrected the structured, blah, 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 box sizing, and all of this. Now I'm going to submit this and let's see what happens. And I haven't checked it. If I already have a feedback and I submit, does it give me one more or does it replace this? Okay, so it replaces this. Nice. So correct, good, nice, very nice. So I'm going to actually go ahead to home and see how many challenges I've done already and what does my progress look like. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Ta-ta-ra-ta-ra. 2 out of 7 challenges completed. So this is my progress so far. And have I gotten a badge? No, I haven't gotten a badge yet because I have to finish a whole chapter to get a badge. But nice. I'm going to quickly have a look at the Discord as well. Okay, so there we go. So I'm going to share the rest of the things on LinkedIn. I think we are going to wrap this stream up. We have been here for 1.5 hours. So let's quickly wrap this up. So I'm gonna leave for the dinner. But let me know if you have any difficulty using the platform or availing the the founders slots. But having said that, thank you everyone for joining, and I'm gonna see you next time. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I hope that this whole platform helps a lot of people. So even if you're not applying for this for the free slots, I would highly encourage you to share about the book and the platform. You can see the link right here for the platform itself. It's called Z2 website or Zero2 website. And if you're interested in the book itself, then this is where you will find it. Here it is. So you can see this right there. Abdurrahman is asking something, okay? Okay. So Abdurrahman, the thing is, you know the concepts, you might have gone through a tutorial, you might have read a book. That does not mean that you are an expert of React. You become an expert of React by actually creating applications. So you create apps that are complex, that are big. For example, this whole application that I've shown you, the whole platform, this is built on React. So we have, for example, chapters, we have challenges, we have leaderboards, we have even this thing that is used for loading the skeletons, is what we call them. So all these things that we have right now, these are the one that um, that essentially make you learn those concepts, right? So for example, even the code editor that we have right here, all of that essentially is React. So this whole thing is React, selecting a particular file, opening that, having the preview, checking the console problems, reloading something. All of this is essentially React. So just because you have gone through a tutorial or have finished a book does not mean that you are an expert of something. So what's next is your question. What do I do next? Well, actually create some projects. So create some projects and learn these concepts, like how do you stop uh, the prop drilling in actual projects. Which context have you created? Have you created a context for themes? Have you created a context for users, for example, or the signed in user that you can access everywhere in your component? So those are the things that is going to be what you should be looking into and learn. Okay, so I hope that answers the question. And having said that, I'm going to actually go. Thank you everyone for joining. And as